Welcome again. We're on part 2 of this here step deck build, drop deck, low boy, whatever kind of gooseneck looking thing you want to call this. I couldn't help myself the other night. If you saw this, I can't even tell what's happening right now. It's so bright out. But I got this here piece tacked up just to see what it would look like, and I really like, how that looks and everything. Didn't get this side put on yet, but what I want to get accomplished today is get these gussets put on, get the jacks situated. I ordered one with a handle and the handle never showed up, so I'm trying to figure that out. But I'll make something up to make that work. But get the jacks positioned where I want them, how I want them. I was thinking about bolting them, but I don't know that I need to. It's just that much extra work. Whereas if I weld maybe a plate across here and then weld that to the plate, I can always just cut the plate out if I need to replace the jack in the future or cut the jack off, what have you. But my goal is to get the jacks on, get this other gusset put on. I want to add some 2x flat bar to the radius of this here gusset as well. Not as important right now. And then I want to go ahead and get the top deck configured, whether that's however many crossovers are going to run through here, 3-inch channel, 5-inch on the outside. We're either going to drop down with some 5-inch or whatever. Not really sure about that yet. I've got some random gussets here cut out. These are stiffeners for the hitch itself up top. These here are on that side. Can you see where these are? I'm going to put them like a diamond here to cover up the back side here. Can you see anything? It's bright out. These gussets I just cut out to have some. I was thinking about sticking them in here somewhere for this, and I've got these couple cut because to me this is the weakest part right here. This area that's just a piece of quarter-inch thickness. So I cut these out on my table. Gonna go ahead and put them in there. I didn't think this was required because I'm gonna have the gussets in here, but it wouldn't hurt to weld in some extra bridging in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work to address a couple things. Some of you guys commented and said that I can convert these to 7K axles. I just got to get different hubs. I had no idea, did not know that, but these are like a weird spring center, which doesn't matter. But if I want to beef up the equalizers and the mounts and everything, I'd have to get custom axles made, and because these are like a 56-inch spring center, something that's mine are 58, so it's just ever so slightly off. But I have axles, they're going to go in here, but I'll save these, and if I can convert them to something else, to 7Ks with drum brakes, and which these are drum brakes, aren't they? Pretty sure have to be, but convert it to an 8-lug rather than these, what do you call them, bud style? I don't really know what these are called, but they're coming off here. The new axles I got are going on here with all new hanger kit and everything. They're slipper springs, better equalizers, the whole 9 yards. So that's going on here. And I'm going to go ahead and replace these sides on here, because it's just going to bug me if I leave this right here, this bow in it. I mean, I could probably straighten that out quite a bit, but I bought material, not necessarily for this, but I bought material, and it's just going to bug me if I leave that in there and these goofy little pockets. I also bought a bunch of stake pockets already pre-bent. Actually, not a bad price for this really, but I bought a bunch of these, and then I have a 3-inch piece of flat bar, which I think that's 3-inch right there. 3-inch flat bar that'll be a rub rail. Might add some pieces of pipe in between just to make it nice and beefy. But this isn't important as much as it is to get this here, the tongue configured, get the axles on. This can come after the fact because I may or may not put a new deck on it right this second. I haven't checked, see how much it's going to cost to replace this. It's not bad where it matters. These few outsides have already been replaced. The middle's lacking, but my goal is to see what happens today. Last but not least, I got my tires mounted up over here on the rims. I did not get them balanced. I got some balancing beads to put in them, but they are Chinesium 235/85. These might be slightly bigger than I need, but we're gonna. These are load range F. They're 4,000 pounds a piece. These are, you know, your standard trailer tread. I was gonna go with bigger, heavier, dutier stuff, but I don't really drive that far with this thing. It's just mainly to move my tractor around and haul material here or there. So I didn't feel like I needed to go with an expensive tire right now. We'll see how these hold up. If I need to go with bigger, that's what it is. But these are what's going on there. So I'm gonna get to work, see what happens today. It is the next day, and I've done a pretty poor job of keeping everybody up to date and up to tune with what I've been doing as far as videoing goes and whatnot. But last night, the last clip you saw should have been me welding hangers on, I think. And then it got dark, and I just threw the axles on quick, threw them up underneath there, got them into place, got everything, all the bolts more or less tight. I have not full welded the brackets yet. They're just welded on the underside of the flange here on all 6 of them. I want to put some braces from this bracket up to the corner of this beam here, just to stiffen up the outside, because obviously with this frame is 5 foot outside to outside. My spring centers are 58-inch spring centers, so that's where they wound up. But I want to brace this the way the bottom flange isn't flexing, so I just got them on here for now. But with what we had up here, I did not need to go. I don't know if you guys remember the last trailer I built, but whenever I used to build trailers at a place out of high school, we would build them on the diamonds. So rather than being 16-inch centers, 18-inch centers, or 2-foot centers, they were diamonds, which obviously you get, this is 8 foot, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members in 8 feet. And it's just overkill for what it was, but I was just going off of, going off of old habits. So definitely overkill, especially up here. It's not like there's gonna be something super heavy up here. I say that, I may be wrong about that, but anyhow, up here I kind of should have done this differently. I wound up cutting this piece of 5-inch down to fit to make this level here, but I'll probably wind up putting a piece of plate from this lip to that lip, or maybe even all the way back to here, and then just running boards from this point to the back, because the way I did it also, I forgot a weld over there. I'm seeing that now right there. But the boards here, they come up over the top of the deck, and I didn't want to do it vice versa up here, because to me that would just bother me if they didn't match, even though it really doesn't matter. But anyhow, what I did was put the board, so now it kind of matches here. It kind of matches the deck height, but to try to slide it underneath of this front channel here, it's just going to be at such a weird angle. So probably put some plate here. If you guys watched my last when we fixed up the other trailer I used some angle iron to cover up the edges, is what I'm going to do on this one as well. But I just haven't quite figured out how to do all that. But yeah, this is on very strong, looks cool. I'm going to add some ribbing here to make it kind of match, look like the the channel / I-beam look. Haven't quite decided how I'm gonna do this and tie this together, because right now, so like this way it's strong, but up and down it's definitely got some flex in the trailer, if you can tell that. So I definitely need some bracing up here. Probably do some X bracing somewhere in here, inconspicuous. And last but not least, as far as what I've done, I put the jacks on here, and I welded it solid just because I didn't really see the need. The jacks are welded on, so therefore why would I put a pin in it? It's a little tight. I don't know if this is bent or if I got it off a little bit, but it's a little bit tight. And then I ordered a handle that never came, so I had to make this for now until I can make a better one, and or figure out how to get a handle in the mail. Go figure. But I'm really liking how this is looking. It's looking real cool to me. I love it. Some of you guys mentioned, because I mentioned in the last video that I wanted to do air ride, and I still do. I'm gonna build another trailer in the future. Might be a little while, but I do want to build another one, and I want to put it on air, and I want to make it a spread axle. And I thought about making this one a spread, but I just didn't feel like taking the time. It's not that big a trailer. It's not that heavily made trailer. So I figured, why spend that time whenever, the top deck's only 21 foot. I think it's a 4-foot dovetail. So it's not a big trailer by any means, but it is going to be pretty cool once it's all said and done. So this is going to wrap up this part. I know I'm forgetting to say stuff. I always remember things, you know, from the last video that I should address, and I can never remember. But that's just how it goes. What's yet to do here is I am going to cut the sides off because of this bow in it, and I'm going to add on new pieces. We got rub rail to add. I don't have any plate for up here, so I got to figure out if I'm going to splice together a bunch of pieces, make a puzzle out of it, or get a piece of plate. But yeah, there's not a lot to do, and then obviously we're gonna have to figure out the wiring. I want to have a winch on here at some point, so I'll probably, you know, need a trailer breakaway, and I don't know if I'm going to put the just get the self-mounted battery that goes up in here or something, or just get a toolbox and mount a battery, so that way it's for the winch in the future, what have you. But anyhow, the plan is just keep rocking forward, and I probably will wind up stripping the deck off of it and scrubbing it down and painting it and doing the whole 9 yards, because, you know, I wanted this to be a budget build, and it kind of is, but it's turning into more of a, you know, you only do it once, so might as well do it right kind of build. So yeah, we'll see what happens though. I may need to use it before then, and we may need to just run it as is, more or less, but definitely want to clean it up, make it look good, get rid of the black and yellow paint scheme that we got going on here. But anyhow, I guess that's it. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in part 3 of this project. Be tidying up stuff and cleaning this up and miscellaneous stuff. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. We also have a new addition to the family over here. This is Kino, for you guys who don't know. Kino's the best dog. And then we also got Miss Parker here. Hey, what you got? Hey, come here. Okay, never mind. What you got? All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.